The reason I bring that up because I do want to talk to you about the second form of passive income. So one way is if you are leveraging the assets for gamification. So that could be, like I mentioned, if your neighborhood is hosting a metaphase, if say there's a racing game and we want to do profit share and revenue share with the car owners. So let's say everyone does, there's only 10 of each color of Series 1 racers. So let's say that we wanted to run a racing game, but not everybody had the Series 1. Well, in that case, they could potentially rent or just play, a nominal fee to play the game and then select whatever race car they wanted. At that point, owners of those race cars in Layer 1 could log in, and much like you would collect your earnings today on a property, you would then be able to collect any earnings that were received off of other assets that are being leveraged in Layer 2. So that is one of our core concepts. Then the next thing with NFTs is the in-app purchase. So this is one of the bigger ones. Honestly, I can imagine this being one of the primary value drivers we see is leveraging NFTs as the originating assets for in-game purchases. So as I had mentioned when we first zoned in here with the different styles, so I'm going to go back over here. And let's say that you really liked this bronze look, right? So let's say that there was this bronzed look at the store, and you wanted it, and so you purchased it as an in-app purchase inside of UPX World, and now you can, if you have one of these houses or you're running a metaphase that has these houses, you can then select that as the skin that you would like for. This is Small Townhouse V2, Small Townhouse pointy roof as opposed to Small Townhouse with a flat roof. The point there would be that particular purchase would be underpinned by an NFT. So the creator of that theme would have one or more NFTs that would be issued to them to represent that in-app purchase. When a player makes then a purchase in the game, they do not receive an NFT. This is a departure from and I think it's an important departure from having, again, everything in Layer 1 everything's NFT. Everything you buy is an NFT. It's all about true ownership, which is awesome. And if you are a Layer 1 advocate and asset owner, that's what you kind of are looking for. However, when we look at the overall gaming market, especially mobile games, things like that, the in-app market is really tied to people just wanting the cool thing. It's not necessarily that they want to own it and trade it and do all that. Sometimes that's obviously a benefit, but for the most part, the average gamer is content with just being able to own it and use it on their own account. So we are going to work to marry those two in the sense that if you do like the Layer 1 asset, you like the true ownership, you like that, we are going to give you value add and revenue by saying, okay, well, hey, mass market gamer who doesn't necessarily want to own NFTs, who doesn't want to get into that, you can just continue to buy the cool stuff in the App Store. And then instead of your revenue and all of your in-app purchases going to a single conglomerate like Epic or Blizzard or EA or you name the large corporation, it won't. It will be then distributed among the actual asset owners, which is super, super cool. And that is the decentralized revenue stream I was talking about, because instead of it being a single revenue pipe where all of the customer purchases get funneled into a single corporate entity, now each purchase gets distributed among the asset owners. And then obviously UPX World will have a cut of that in order to keep the lights on and run maintenance. And we are a for-profit company, so there is a bit of profit to be made as well on that. However, the goal would be that a lot of this is being redistributed back out to the artists, to the creators. One pioneer of this is 1111 NFTs. This is something that Dr. Nobi has been very, very advocate for a while, is how do we make sure, and if you're in the Web3 space at all, there is a huge community of artists who are all looking to figure out, what does an NFT mean to me? Passionate, adamant, yeah, those are good words. What does an NFT do for me as an artist, and how can I leverage it to grow my base, or to generate revenue, or to get my brand seen? And honestly, the 1111 NFT experience that Dr. Nobi has crafted is unbelievably cool, in the sense that it kind of addresses all of those things. We'll have to have a dedicated video and get the man himself on a live stream one of these days, so that way we can go into glorious detail, especially because applications are open for the array. And the array is where all of the artists will have one piece that will be voted on and you can buy. Now, it's interesting. Those pieces are actually NFTs. They will be on wax. So it'll be like a vending machine. You'll be able to buy, honestly, as many of those as you want for a set period of time. And it's every 30 days from the 11th to the 11th. Then on the 11th of each month, the top voted items were moved into a essentially pyramid. It's called the pyramid. And that is a kind of like an art auction competition. And so I don't want to get too much into that, because that's like the next thing that comes is the pyramid. But with the array, you'll be able to purchase these NFTs, and you'll have, it's like an artist rookie card, I think is how it was described. And I really like that. And that will kind of attach players to those particular artists. And then in the auction house, there'll be more one-of-ones. And so now you have amateur artists who are able to, have a meaningful sale of their art. They have auctions for their kind of publicity and getting known. But then it gets really fun. So as we said, decentralized revenue streams, passive income, all these fun things that to me are more than just buzzwords. Because if all you did was then, okay, I bought this cool art in the pyramid, right? So I got TML had a really cool piece of art from the pyramid, and I bought it, and cool. Well, if TML gets super famous, then I can maybe sell it for more money, right? Okay. Or, oh, hey, I can stake it on this fictional planet place that is going to give me, fake currency that is arbitrarily printed based off of no other information, which isn't sustainable and will ultimately collapse and make my NFTs be worth nothing. Okay, that also seems like a bad idea. Okay, how about the UPX World way? Where we say, yeah, now that you have this NFT, let's give it some functionality, eh? How about this? How about there's we'll say gift shop. It's not good. We won't call it the gift shop, because Dr. Nobi has been very good about having better names for everything. But for argument's sake, we'll say the gift shop. And so I want to go to the gift shop, and I want to buy a t-shirt, and I want this piece of art on that t-shirt. I'm very proud of it. I can go purchase a t-shirt, have that printed on it, and show it off. Now, when somebody else sees that, now I can print those t-shirts for just the cost of the t-shirt, because I own that NFT. I can go and print that. Now, that t-shirt is not an NFT. It's an in-app purchase. It's just on your account. You can wear it just like any other swag that you buy in a game. Now, let's say somebody else sees that and goes, holy cow, that's a cool t-shirt, man. I got to get me one of those. Well, they can go to the same gift shop and design the shirt, pick the NFT, and you'll be able to see in the player's inventory that what item it is. And for them, though, there'll be an upcharge. So they'll pay for the base t-shirt, and then they will pay a fee to use that image on that item, right? So that's how all of this is going to work when we talk about different form factors of things that we're going to, say, print or make. It's you pick the form factor, t-shirt, mug, backpack, wall, ornament, whatever it is, and then you can start adding art. And it's going to be kind of like going to, if you go to Subway. And although their new Subway, don't get me started, actually, I don't know why I said that, because Subway has this new whole process with these pre-built menu options, and it's like that, no one goes there. Like, I ordered a sandwich and they immediately started building it and putting like all the toppings on it. I'm like, excuse me, what are you doing? And they're like, you ordered this. And I'm like, yeah, but now I got to tell you what's on it. And they're like, no, it's already predetermined, it's the new thing. And I'm like, that's dumb, I don't want those things. And they're like, all right, well then it's a custom order. Like, everything's going to be custom then. No one wants your pre-built sandwich. Sorry, that could be cut, put into a little aside, and sent to Jared, for all I care. But so you got the form factor, and then you're going to add your toppings, so to speak. Pizza's better. Pizza's a better example, I guess. And so you go, I'm going to add that piece of art onto it, and cool. And then there's a fee for every piece that you want to add to that particular form factor. And those fees will then be distributed back to the owning artists of that NFT, or whoever won it from the pyramid. So there is, that is the other use case there. And so we'll see a lot of that. So if you are an artist and you would like to maybe earn some passive income, or find ways to sell your art in new and exciting ways, I highly recommend checking out 1111nft.gallery and applying for the, there you go. Thank you, 1111nft. And I got the name right too. It's easy to remember, so that works. Go there, and there is a Google form. You need, I believe, 13 pieces of art, 12 or 13. And there's a reason for that, because you have the array and then you actually have 11 pieces in the pyramid. It's a really, really cool system. I cannot wait to see the art. I'm going to be buying a ton of stuff from there. I can already feel it. Because the other thing is, you'll be able to decorate your homes with it. So when we talk about, okay, now that we have this platform, now that we have an Upland Metaphase experience, and we have the 1111 NFT experience, cool, but now what? Okay, well, now I can, accessorize my Xlander with cool swag. All right, that's fun. But now I can take some of those and maybe decorate my personal metaphase inside of my Upland Metaphase experience. So we'll see a lot of cross-collaboration between experiences as well, which I think is really the power of a platform. I'm a big fan of different platforms that integrate in with other systems. So I see, from an architecture perspective, of having a solid layer 2 platform that can then integrate in with all the various layer 2s, create individual experiences in different ways, and that will allow, to me, the Web3 community to operate above the walled gardens. If you're not familiar with the term walled garden, that traditionally, especially in the terms of video games, would refer to, like, say, Blizzard. They would have a walled garden, so their assets, you can kind of do stuff maybe between them. They have some cross promotions between Diablo and Hearthstone and World of Warcraft, but for the most part, it's a walled garden. They want to keep all their things kind of to themselves. And in the Web3 space, the metaverses are very similar. Now, there are projects like OMA3 that are looking to make that more collaborative. Upland, for instance, is looking to create a NFT portal that will allow assets to move from, say, Ethereum or Wax onto the EOS chain using their protocols that they're working out. And that's all great. That essentially, like, imagine that just being like a tunnel between the two with some like weird handoff, and it's pretty high tech, I'm not gonna lie. And it's super cool, and I can't wait to see how it's done. But from our perspective, much like the Xlander here, we are going vertical, right? So we are going above the walled garden. Yes, I did purposefully fly my Xlander just to make that dramatic. We are going above the walled garden, so that way we can take and leverage assets from all of these different closed systems and start to play with them in new and exciting ways. So for me, the architecture of having a layer 2 platform that kind of sits above all these walled gardens, because they're happy to let you know what's in them because they're all blockchain, right? So while it's a walled garden, it's a public garden. You can see everything that's in it. It's all documented because it's all on the blockchain. But then they're still like, well, we don't natively play with that blockchain or that blockchain. We have it all here, and our games and all of our NFTs play well with each other, but maybe not outside of that. And so, yeah, we're building on top of it.